Well, hello there, Gamerinos and Gamerinas. Welcome to UnicornStorm. This is Rady, and today I'm going to tell you whether or not Beacon Pines is worth your while, or if it's a valuable addition to your Xbox Game Pass subscription. So Beacon Pines is an adventure game, but not like Monkey Island or Maniac Mansion or Broken Sword or however else they are called. You don't really have to constantly solve puzzles and collect items and use them in the right spot. It's more like a choose-your-own-adventure story. But not like Telltale games or Don't Not games. It has more in common with actual choose-your-own-adventure books, which is fitting because this game is presented like a storybook. Each screen looks like it's a drawing out of a children's story, and every now and then the game kinda zooms out to the storybook and has the narrator describe what happens next.
You can see the turning point, which has been revealed.
Inside the story, we play this cute little goat kid who lives with his grandma in this backwater town of Beacon Pines, where everyone knows each other and nothing really happens. Or so it seems. In fact, quite a lot is going on, and the inhabitants of this town hide quite a lot of secrets. And we're going to the bottom of all of it. Or die trying. Quite literally. So every chapter of this story has us explore the town and talk to its inhabitants a bit, get to know our neighbors, help them with some small problems or daily tasks. But we also try to discover what shady things are done within the woods. Every chapter ends with some problem that requires a decision from us, the player. And these decisions alter the path the story takes. And there are quite a lot of very different branches. I mean, some of them outright kill us and force us to reload the checkpoint, or, well, not really reload the checkpoint, but try over with another decision. But then there are decisions that lead to our friend getting kidnapped, or that have another kid getting horribly mutilated. One decision has us recruit the new kid in town to help us in our investigation, and another has us meet them in a wholly different way. Granted, those wrong branches don't go on for too long. At least for now, that is. They lead to a bad ending within like 2 or 3 chapters. And a chapter doesn't take too long in this game. But you never know that you're heading towards a bad ending until it happens. Because while the game started quite nice and cozy and charming and pleasant, it quickly devolved into a mad conspiracy full of betrayal, horrible experiments and even murder. So it's quite hard to see if you're on the right track or have made a wrong decision. Though it appears that this game doesn't really operate like other choose-your-own-adventure games. Because this whole decision making comes with another gimmick. So you can go back to any previous decision, to any branch you have created, and just do it over. Try again. Make another decision. And this isn't just you selecting from 1 or 2 dialogue choices to affect the outcome. These decisions always require you to fill in the correct word or the word of your choice into a paragraph of the story. So one word is missing and you can fill it in, and this will affect the story. But it's not that you just have all the words. You have to find them. You can find them in the environment by just exploring, investigating, observing, or you collect them automatically during certain encounters. And this way, you can decide to be a little chill towards your best friend's sister to get them out of doing their chores, which won't work. But you can also be a little shit towards her, which leads to a wholly different outcome. You can flee from an enemy or fight them. You can have the sky darken or brighten up. There's always a limited, predetermined list of possible words to use in any decision, but it's not always guaranteed that you have found the correct words. So you have to search a bit more. Or, and this is where the game's, let's call it, unusual progression comes in, you have to experience certain endings. Because even the bad endings can grant you new words that you can use in previous decisions to alter the course of the story. That means you have to die in this one scene to get even a chance to take a different path. And you have to go down the wrong route to even get access to the right one. From what it seems, you have to see each and every outcome and ending to beat the game. So while this game appears open and non-linear in a way, it actually is quite linear. You sometimes get to choose which wrong path to go down first, but in the end you have to do everything and collect every word to make the right decisions and continue through the story, or continue on the correct way through the story, because the game tells quite a lot of different stories and decanonizes them after a few minutes, which is weird and a lot of fun. You learn a lot about certain characters and the protagonist builds relationships with them, only for you to rewind and take the story in another direction, where the protagonist has different encounters with these characters and develops a different relationship. Now, this game won't challenge your brain muscles. There aren't any real puzzles, and collecting all the words you need is just a matter of, well, selecting everything else that's possible. And while you do get to run around within the town of Beacon Pines, most of your playing time is spent reading. So yeah, it is just a book with a tiny bit of gameplay on top to justify it being sold on Steam or the Xbox shop or the eShop or whatever. Not that this is a bad thing. The game does what it sets out to do quite well. It wants to tell you a story in a unique way. It wants you to learn about the characters from different perspectives. See them in different situations that don't build on each other. And I really like this approach. Not that I want to see it in every game. I'm not sure if I want to see it in even one other game. Because this approach makes this game unique. And it just works in here. I don't know if in the end the story will live up to what I'm expecting from it, but so far I'm having fun. It's intriguing, I like the characters. I love the fact that I know that some of the characters are devious bastards, but on the current branch I'm playing, my player character doesn't know and gets along really well with these assholes. And I can't really do anything about it because the game only lets me take action at the end of a chapter, which again isn't a bad thing. This is how the story is told, and it works for this story. It also helps that the art style is really pleasant and the character designs are highly expressive. Every one of these furry characters, and yeah, this is a game for furries, has so much personality just in their character design. And each of them has little tics or mannerisms or a certain way of speaking that further differentiates them from the others. A lot of care went into this game, a lot of care and creativity, and I can really respect that. I know this game won't be for everyone, but if you want to experience a silly little story that can take some dark turns, that is presented in an unusual way, then you should give this game a chance. If you happen to have an Xbox Game Pass subscription, you can just start to play this game, and everyone else has to pay like 15 or 16 bucks, which is fine, I think. I don't know how much longer this game will take, but I already got a lot out of it. Again, this game doesn't have the deepest mechanics and it won't be the longest game ever made. But it has a fresh new take on video game storytelling. And while I guess it won't offer a lot of replayability because, well, as I said, you have to take every possible route to get to the end. At least it seems that way. But what is here is worth the asking price in my opinion. And let's be honest, 15 or 16 bucks really isn't that much when it comes to video games. And this isn't just some asset flip or physics sandbox or whatever else is sold on Steam these days. No, a lot of passion went into this, a lot of intent, a lot of creative ideas. And if you're into more story-heavy games, if you don't have a problem with games that are light on the gameplay, then give it a try. And with that, I wish you the greatest of days. That's it from Rady, and I hope to see you again on the next game.